course, I love my job. It has been my hobby before I started to do so, to have it as a job, and now I have to work in my hobby, and it's very fun to create games, to play games.
Brain Games is very much mission-led company, so one of the first questions when hiring person for Brain Games is what does board game mean to you? And you can very easily kind of see what is the answer, and once a person loves board game, then he or she becomes kind of, it's possible that he or she could work for Brain Games, and I think it's hard not to love the job once all the people in your team are loving games.
We've conducted a workshop where games will be created, and probably to work with young people and inspire them and give them some perspectives on what to do. While creating games, you actually can think about yourself and things you like or things you maybe want to improve or raise the awareness of.
I've been very inspired to see that people from so many different countries are thinking of very kind of pressing social needs, and that they are inspired, that they kind of are looking for ways how to solve these needs or challenges society faces via game elements and via games. And I think and the ideas they presented, they are very good start. And I also wish for young people, it's good to dream big, but you have to start small and start something what you can kind of implement and launch within a week or two. Just do that.
One of the crucial elements of today's discussion in the field of education is gamification and how to use games for the benefit of the learning process, of the education process. Games can teach us a lot, not only about the content of the game itself, but about ourselves. The games are developing on the daily basis specialists in the skills and competences that are necessary on the job market nowadays. Treat education and life itself as a game and gain the knowledge we so much need.
My name is Ida. I'm from Denmark. I've been to this training course and it was really, really good. It was a good experience both for in terms of learning, but also in terms of pushing my boundaries and learning how I can do better or do different in relation to other people and how other people act differently than me. Games is an imitation of life. It helps you handle real life better. The games are not only for kids and young, but also a very decent or good tool for the older or a grown generation to interact.
Yeah, I love my job because I work a lot with youngsters who are unemployed, and I do that in Amsterdam. I met a lot of other people, so professionals over the whole of Europe. I learned a lot of their point of views and how they work with youngsters in their countries. What we played and what we shared with each other were very useful, because in every game was a learning point. The nicest game we played was a play about Europe, finding cities and tell something about the cities and the cultures and that sort of kind of things. My wish for young people is to develop themselves through gaming, through training, through the youth exchanges, and that sort kind of positive things of sharing knowledge, sharing cultures, and also sharing drives. I think it's very important to do that. To be one of a great European citizens.
Games can be used in very different ways. I believe truly that games can be used in education, because through games you can touch very important topics that in some other atmosphere or in some other environment you cannot do. Positive sides of playing. There are too many positive sides of playing games. Fully makes you engaged in what you do. You receive a role, you become a new person, or you are yourself in a new environment. The positive side of the game, that it can simulate a real-life situation in a safe environment. Well-prepared role-play or simulation game is an adventure for your participants, for the students, the youngsters. You can learn and draw conclusions of how you can deal when something is wrong. There are a lot of skills that can be developed through gaming, and mostly it's soft skills that we need. Gaming is diverse as life itself. The games we've been creating here give a new perspective as well of how to use them and how can I engage young people inside of my organization and my community. To all the youngsters, I would say keep on playing. No matter how old you are, no matter where you are, always find some time to play, always find some time to disconnect from the world and play a game and analyze what happened. And don't just go into video games, go to all kinds of games, social and board games, role plays, something deep psychological that can open a totally new part of yourself for your future and for you as a person.